gentlemen, there's a special guest here. This man needs no introduction around the world. If you watch Rocky movies, you've heard that before. He needs no introduction the world over. We're glad to have him here. How about before I get into the gym, one more quick round of applause. 5-time heavyweight champion of the world, Evander. Made possible by many people. People come together for senior media, particularly the Boys and Girls Club, in association with and sponsored by local Trust, Richard Cole, and of course the City of Masons here.
But I do want to say this. This sticks out to me. A story is Evander. He got into boxing, and he thought he would that'd be his career goal, but he got beat, and he ran home crying. He says, "I'm through." His mother says, "No, you're not. You're going back. Go back in there and beat that guy." Well, the guy beat him again. And so Evander said, that's it, Mom, I can't do it anymore. She said, "Son, look, you will never reach any goal that you set for yourself if you quit. You're not going to be a quitter. Go back in there. The rest is history." Evander Holyfield, come talk to you.
Somebody give me some gloves.
I'm honored to be here, and I like to just say this and let you know from the get-go how everything started for me. I was a kid, and my friend come asked me, "Let's go to the boys' club." Well, you know, with me, I had to ask my mom everything. So I asked my friend to ask my mom, because the fact of the matter, my mama tell me no all the time. So I thought if my friend asked my mama, she may say yes. My friend asked my mama said, "Go tell him to come here." My mama came, she get that look on her face. I already know that she may be swinging. You know, start stepping back like, "Let me tell you something. I love you more than I love them. I would tell them no just like I would tell you. Don't you never do that again." But she let me go to the boys' club. I went down, and this is how my life changed. As a kid, I went to boys, 6 years old. I went to the boys' club with my friends, but my friends were young too. They were 67. We walked 2.5 miles to the boys' club. And you know what? Found out that you had to be a member of the boys' club. I didn't even know what a member was. I didn't know what being a member was. And like this, and I didn't have no money, but if I had some money, I was gonna probably have a nickel. I wasn't gonna have a quarter. Big boys got quarters. So, you know, and they told me, the lady told me it cost a quarter. So I didn't have a quarter. So I knew I was gonna have to go back by myself, but my mama had told me, "Never be prejudiced, son." She back in the actually 1870, but my mama said, "Never be prejudiced. You limit your opportunity of being successful." So, you know, didn't know what that meant at that time, because, you know, I didn't see many white kids. So, you know, everybody around me was black. But my mama was telling me, said, "Now, I'm telling you, it's good and bad in every color now." And so, the boys' club was the first time I got this opportunity, because I was going to have to go home, because I didn't have that quarter. You come to boys' club every day with this quarter. It cost 25 cents, an investment in me. Because if I would have went home, I would never could come back to the boys' club again. But that 25 cents made me the person who I am. And the most important thing about that boys' club, it was structure. It had structure. But I was accustomed to structure, because my mom was always pointing out what I said and what not to say and all this. And so it was right down my alley. And they gave me an opportunity to be the person here, because when I was 8 years old, I came in for the football field. You know what? I've been 8 years old. We got here. And 8 years old.
Anybody 8?
No 8. Well, anyway, I was 8. And box. Can I come in and hit the bag? I want to hit that speed bag. Now, it wasn't boxing that got me into boxing. I want to hit that speed bag that make that noise. I want to hit that. But the man told me I had to be on the boxing team. So he said, oh man, you're good. He said, wow. He said, do you know you could be like Muhammad Ali? And you know, I was that kid, I said, I'm only 8 years old. And he looked at me and said, you're not going to always be 8. And I believed him because next week I was going to be 9. So life is about getting kids to believe. And then he asked me, he said, what do you think? I looked at him. I said, I got to ask my mama. He said, what? I said, I got to ask my mama. He told me, he said, son, come here. Let me tell you something. You got a good mama. And I was like, trying to figure out, you don't even know my mama. You know, but now as an adult, don't nobody go nowhere by themselves. You got to have a support group. You know what?
That's right.
My mama was my support group. So I go home and tell my mama, I said, Mama, this white man at the Boys Club said I could be like Muhammad Ali. My mama said, what? I said, they say I can be like Muhammad Ali. My mama said, what, do you know what they gonna do to you? And I'm like, no. She said, they gonna hit you. I'm the youngest of 9 in my family. I get hit all the time. I get 3 bullets a day and all that. My mama did say I can hit them back. And that's how my career started. And so what I'm trying to inform you now, life is about, don't nobody go nowhere by themselves. Successful people have successful people behind them.
Right.
You're gonna have to have somebody who's gonna tell you, you don't need to do it, I did. Now my mama told me that. My mama said, son, I want you to be better than me. Now, I couldn't hold my tongue, so I talked too much, so I never got a promotion. You're gonna zip that thing up. You know, everything that I ever won big, because you know what? Shut my mouth. My mom said, son, just shut the mouth. I got disqualified in the Olympics. I wasn't wrong.
Nope.
They was wrong.
Yep.
I knocked all my opponents out. But the last person I knocked out, break. And when they found the thing, when it looked, they wouldn't let them change the decision, even though the referee came back and said I was wrong. They wouldn't change it, but because I didn't say nothing, and the guy raised my hand and I, pat him on the back, and me and him started talking, and Howard Cosell started talking about a good attitude. Now, my mama used to always tell me about a good attitude, but I didn't believe it as a kid, because my mama said, son, a good attitude better than talent. Everybody mess up. When you mess up, then they can get you out of there. A good attitude gives you a lot of chances. And I'm here today, and they said, well, if you're the 5-time world champion, so that means that I had to lose, right? So that means that even though I was good, I still lost.
Right.
Good attitude gave me another chance.
Good point.
And so I stand here today, only man that ever been a 4-time heavyweight champion of the world. Should have been 5 because I beat that Russian. I know I beat him. And he outweighed me by 100 pounds. He was 7'2". And I just put it, because my mama just said, size do not make a difference. My mama said it's character, it's her heart. So the whole big thing, so everywhere I go, I'm always telling people this, because the fact of the matter is that I would never have been who I am if that mama, if I didn't have the mama that I had, and I didn't have the Boys Club that gave me that opportunity. So here I am to say that, this is the reason why anytime the Boys Club asks me to go speak, it's a point of appreciation. Appreciation when you go back and do something.
Right.
They gave me an opportunity to be the person who I am. I'm sure that nobody never thought that 1 quarter gonna make me be the person who I am. And that 1 quarter is gave me the opportunity to be the person I am. So you have to be thankful and all that. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, and this is RC reporting live from Gene Lewis Boxing Gym out here in Mesa, Arizona, where I was very fortunate enough to get to meet Mr. Evander Holyfield, who autographed this glove that I am going to also ask Mr. Michael Carbajal and a few other of our pro boxers to autograph so that I can auction it off and give the proceeds to help the Arizmendi family. So if anyone would be interested in possibly bidding on this glove, you can contact me and I will put your name in and let you know when the auction is going to happen. So thank you everyone for all your support and see you ringside. Take care.
I was about to say.